Good morning. It's April the 27th, 2016. Time to kick off another trading day, and today's trading in treasuries is going to be dominated by the FOMC announcement. The 7-year auction is tomorrow. FOMC, no changes are expected. No change in interest rate, no change in current policy. The speculation has now turned to, will they do it in June? Given the political pressure that is put on independent and dependent agencies and bureaus by the administration after the special meeting of the Fed governors to talk about this month's FOMC meeting. Yellen was called to the White House to update President Obama on what was going on and what the Fed's intentions were. Her comments after that meeting sounded like a political speech. It's for America. It's for middle-class America. We're going to do what's right for America. And that has pretty much led everybody to believe that the Fed will be most accommodative until at least the November election. So no interest rate increase, no change in policies, no QE4 is what is expected today. Treasuries can trade either way off of that. They've been down into this meeting. We have tomorrow's 7-year auction, which I believe will put a floor under the market. So my inclination is to buy into weakness today, but I can certainly sell failure to take out 129.16. AK resistance begins at 13. We have this D period high over here at 17.5. I'm hoping to sell 15s to 19s, but it may take a 13 to 17 to get into the market. So we'll just make sell 1 13 to 17, sell 2 19 to 23. I don't think the market breaks out. On the buy side, 4 to 8, and then 29 to 01. We have trade balance minus 62.6. I always love the precision that they come up with. Pending home sales plus 0.5%. That's probably a little high, but the housing numbers, some are better than forecast, some are worse than forecast. Hard to say. Crude up 1.4, and crude was up strongly overnight. Probably going to see Nancy's $45 today or the next day, especially if we have a bearish report and then the FOMC. At 1 Central, 2 Eastern. No press conference. No guidance on their dot system and where interest rates are going to go. So we'll hit it. You'll get to see the print that goes with the announcement, and that will be it. And treasuries can trade either way off an FOMC announcement. They don't have that built-in upward bias like the stock market does, the tendency to rally into it. Okay, looking at the 30-year, resistance is in the 20 area, so we'll make 20, 24, 1. Sell 1, 27 to 31. Sell 2, 3 to 7. On the buy side, 8 to 12 is 1. 1 to 5 is buy 1. Buy 2 will be 25 to 29. I basically see a trading range, fairly tight range, not going anywhere because of the FOMC announcement. Okay, looking at gold, Gold's a little higher. Overnight, we do like the long side. The split would be an 8-period split from yesterday, the start of a new move. Had pretty good support down here in the 40-42 area. 45 basically held, so 49.51, sell 1. 55.57, sell 2. Like the long side of the market, but we got to get through 50 to hold that. On the buy side, 45.43, buy 1. 41 to 39, buy 2. Okay, looking at the euro. $13.50. Last week 14 was where the market was finding resistance. 14.50. So here we are at 21.5. I believe if the Fed leaves the policy unchanged today, that this will tend to help the euro sell, but sell 1, 45 to 55, sell 2, 75. On the buy side, buy 1, 113 even. And then 12.75. I look for pretty quiet trading till the Fed moves, and my guess is that if everything is left unchanged, because we are getting lower highs on the dailies right now from the previous rally, that it's going to tend to sell. Crude oil. I have to ask Nancy where the market's going to go after 45 bucks. It's getting pretty good at that. Well, we've been talking about 45, and for I think maybe at least, I know at least a week. Nancy maybe came out 2 weeks ago and said it. So pretty good, Nancy. Okay, 45.10 is a low volume number so far. It's holding. We get through that 45.45 to 45.60 would be the next stop. And maybe a little profit taking in front of today's EIA inventory report. Sell 1, 45 to 45.25. Sell 2, 45.50 to 75. The buy side, the breakout came late yesterday, so 44.25, 44, 20, 50 for buy 1, and then 43.50, 43.75 buy 2. And we can have huge moves on inventory day. And knowing the news doesn't necessarily give you the trade on this baby. In fact, it more likely than not moves the opposite way of the news. Trade it technically. And crude oil is pretty even. I mean, generally speaking, more supply than demand will take prices lower, but on any given day, who in the hell knows? And so that's why Rich Gender's approach to the market's pretty damn good. Okay, the market, we've got buyers below 75 and we have sellers above 95, and yesterday the seller was at 90, so 85 to 90 is where the first sell band is, and it's close. Like to get it done closer to 90 than to 85, but right now this 85, 87 is where the first resistance band will be, and then yesterday it'd take you 90 to 91. So sell 1, 85 to 90, Do like the long side a little better just because of the bias on FOMC day. On the buy side, 76 to 81, then 70, 72. Trade balance minus 62.6. Pending home sales up 0.5%. Crude oil inventories plus 1.5 million barrels. FOMC. Okay, take a bit to get everything up and posted. I'm going to get busy on that. I will be back with you as soon as possible. Look for a trading range day to day. Pretty quiet, lower volumes until the Fed speaks.